Yeah, yeah.
We are the epitome of Black female love.
It's
Hmm.
easy for us as Black women to hold up the banner and the cause for everyone else. But again, who holds up the banner and the cause for us? What role does the church play in all of this stuff?
Is that we as a Black church are perpetuating the same behavior as a patriarchal evangelicals have been
That's
doing.
right. And guess
Church.
what?
But it's the sisters in the congregation.
But it's a lot of times it is the Black women who bring us down more, or push or try to silence our voices more in the Black church.
Hold on.
Hey, I said my sisters. Hey, y'all.
Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Let us know that you are here. We see you, Sonja Casey. She's pastoring now. Is that correct?
She
Since
is
the last
indeed.
time we were on the
She
air,
is
that
indeed.
you are now a pastor. So congratulations to you. I hope that you are enjoying that journey.
Welcome to the club.
Marjorie Hamilton Scott. So good to see you here. Come on, like, tag, and share. Let others know that we are here. Bring them on with us. We are so glad to be back. So let's just kind of just do a real quick check-in. Dr. Wallace, how are you? And then Dr. Bradford, how are you? And then we're going to do some hot topics and some other things. Sherry Brown Jackson, so good. Come on, like, tag, and share. Like, tag, and share.
Hey,
Pastor Adams,
Look
so
at
good to
Tony.
see you. We've been praying for you and heard that you were well. Tony, wow. Good to see you. Hello. Wow, we are happy to be back. Like, tag, and share. Like, tag, and share. Dr. Wallace. Bradford, you don't need to keep pulling that shirt off. Okay. All right. Okay. We are not going to start 2023. We not starting. We're not starting 2023 like this. We not gonna do that.
Well, it is, it is January, and then we'll go back to Wallace. It is January, and we all have, Founders Day in January.
Don't die.
Wallace has her pink on, and you have your blue on, although it's for Cowboys. But I'm just saying.
Yes.
Look at Wallace.
Wallace.
I'm not gonna say a word.
Here we are. We got folk putting in this stuff like this. What for 20? What? Karen Smith, so good to have you here with us. Goodness gracious. All right, Wallace. So how are you?
I'm wonderful. I couldn't be better. I'm grateful. Another year older and deeper in debt, as they say. January 2nd.
No, I don't say that. We're gonna delete that from the repertoire. We're going to delete that from every conversation that we will ever have. We're going to delete that.
I'm glad it hit you like it hit me, Brad, because all right.
I love my Wallace.
That's all you can do, baby. That's all you can do.
All day. What's going on,
yes,
Wallace? What's going on, Wallace?
I'm doing wonderful. Just finished my own CPE unit.
Oh, wow. When you say your own, explain that. Explain what that means, because some folk don't know. Okay, explain. Come on.
I have an accredited online CPE program through ACPE, the Association for Clinical Pastoral Education. Just finished that a unit and looking to start another. So send me your application.
Wow.
Yeah, clap 2 times.
Wow. So let's ask you. So let me ask you this: how many Black women who really have a focus on womanist theology are there in this that are accredited with ACPE? We can't see your background. Two
that have
in
online
all
programs. Two that have online programs. Yes, there are many African American womanist theologians and pastoral care providers that have ACPE certification, but only two online, Sankofa and CPEO. Those are the only two.
Sherry is asking.
We can put the information in the chat.
Yes, we need all the information so we can get your classes filled.
Thank you.
Great opportunity for those to learn and to grow and to move toward what God has called them to do. You are doing an excellent job, and we are so.
I'm going to put it right in the chat right now, I think.
Yeah. Clap 2 times. Right now.
All right, Bradford, what about you?
Let's switch it up and ask what's going on with you, Burns. What's going on?
No, you're just trying to get y'all, for all of y'all who don't know, Dr. Bradford, who has on those colors today. We are yet praying for her, but she is also, since we were last on air, that she is the state chaplain for Delta Sigma Theta, and so we want to celebrate that with her, even though it is Delta. We want to celebrate you with that. So, Dr. Bradford, tell us just a little bit about your pastoring, and we know that you're always doing these outreach initiatives. How's everything? You're doing leading a cohort. So, come on, tell us about all of this.
Well, I am excited about being appointed the state Texas, New Mexico state chaplain for Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. It is an honor. I'm humbled, grateful. Thank you, Dr. Scott. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to serve, to glorify God and to edify God's people. I'm also the regional coordinator for Oikos Institute, which is what we call Fishing Differently, where we bring congregations together to branch out, to step outside of their 4 walls, to do what God has called them to do in the community. Also part of one of 4 here in Texas. Another cohort called Neighbor to Neighbor, and essentially it's doing the same thing, but in different areas. And I'm excited about that as well. And I'm also pastoring. Well, been doing that for a while, but it's always great to be doing what God has called me to do. Even when I go kicking and screaming, God still gets God's way.
Isn't the Lord awesome with that? Wow, that is so awesome to hear. On my end, those of you all don't know that when we were last on the show, I was in Dallas, Texas. I was a pastor in Dallas, and now I consider myself retired from that aspect of ministry that God has called me to do. I am now in Washington, D.C. As a resident minister at Georgetown University. And I get to do ministry in just fresh and new ways. And what is it? Was it E.T.? Was it that one that went up and goes, "I'm alive, I'm alive"? The robot when it came out, "I'm alive," right? And that is what the last 2 months have been like. It has just been absolutely wonderful to be around graduate students. Is what I'm responsible for. And it has just really been tremendous. I also have a nonprofit that we've been working on developing, and it is really bursting at the seams, Kingdom First Ministries, and I'm just excited about all of what God is doing, what I call now this new season. 30 years of pastoral work. I praise God for every pastoral assignment. I thank God for every member, everyone I've had an opportunity to our lives are intersected in that manner. And I am just now even, I cannot explain just the enthusiasm and the energy of this new season in my life. And so I'm glad. I'm good. You know, so I'm happy. And so yeah. So so that's where I am with what it is that I'm doing.
So let me say this. For those of us who may not necessarily know what God is doing, but we know God is doing something. And if we begin to just step out on what God would have us to do, just take a step and just say yes to the Lord. And God will open doors you would never, ever imagine, places you would never thought or think that you would even be able to walk through. And when I tell you, your yes will open doors, portals, so that you can walk through, and no devil in hell and no person can stop any of that. So when I say yes, I just have to say that because we begin as I'm going to use Black women, we're always putting ourselves on the back burner. But when we say yes to God, we're putting God first, but we're putting us first as well. It's time, my sisters and my brothers who are online, it's time for us to really say yes and move toward God and stop being so afraid. Stop being so simple. Do it and do it big. And stop playing so small. I gotta say this, Burns. Stop playing so small and stop allowing folk to treat you small. Because baby girl, baby boy, you are big.
Yes.
You are big in God's eyes, and nothing can stop you from moving up and out. Let me say it one more time.
Come on, wait a minute. I need y'all to put that in the chat and just say, I am big. I want y'all to put that in the chat. Just say, I am big.
It is time to stop. And I need to say this one more time. We play small so much that we don't realize how big we are. We play small and say, well, let someone else do it. Let someone else. No, it's your time to do it. So get out there and do it. There are so many things, so many gifts that you have in you that you allow somebody else to do. But have you ever thought about, I could do that better? Have you ever thought, I can do that? Have you ever thought about, wait a minute, I can do that. Guess what? You can do it, and you need to do it because the world is waiting on you to do it.
It's waiting. Amen. Amen.
The world is waiting. It is waiting on you. Yes. Oh, wow. You coming out like a firecracker. We do want to say this, that our sister, Sarita Wright, had surgery on today. She had surgery on today, knee surgery. Won't be with us this week. She probably is going to insist on being with us next week and be on some medicine. So, she says some stuff a little bit, where, y'all know, put it on the pain medicine, but y'all lift her up in prayer that her recovery will be swift and efficient. All right. Wow. Okay, so we have a few hot topics that we want to do. I love this. You see all these I am big, because that's what we are about. It's just, lifting up and edifying. And this is just so exciting. So, but in the midst of the excitement, we have to catch up on a few topics. And we're going to start in Atlanta. Okay. So Dr. Wallace, what's going on in the courtroom?
A few hours ago, about 3 hours ago, the Attorney General Fani Willis of Atlanta, Fulton County, asked the judge to not release the grand jury findings for when 45 was trying to change the election results and asking for 11,000 plus votes. So, and her rationale for that is so that she can actually bring it to trial so that nobody is
no tampering.
Exactly. No tampering, and no tampering with people who have testified, and because some folk will hang out at your house and even go in, as Nancy Pelosi knows, and her husband, they'll be trying to hurt somebody. So she is she's begging the judge not to release it. The judge says, I'm going to take my time and look at this, and so we don't know when he's going to even make a decision. But so it's taking its time. And interesting enough, 45's
interesting.
Yeah, said that, well, we must have to trust that the grand jury did their job. And we know they did. We know they did.
All right. Well, mentioning
we're on a high.
Okay, well, while we digging in the dirt, let's keep digging for a minute, because we were held hostage at the top of this year. Let me see if we can find this video clip, y'all. In case y'all missed it, okay, we want to show this of how we were held hostage. At the top of the year, and we need to hear your thoughts on how this would have been portrayed if it had not been white men.
Look, Matt Gaetz pointing right now, trying to make some sort of point to Kevin McCarthy. Yikes! I mean, wow. This looks like a bit of a heated conversation. Yeah,
this is an incredible moment. McCarthy is now directly engaging Matt Gaetz, and I'd love to get a lip reader in here, but he's got to be telling him in no uncertain terms, you are screwing this for everybody. Yeah. You are holding up the business of the entire United States House of Representatives based on what he's going to say is your ego. And
to be clear, he can change his vote, right, Rick?
That's right. This has not been finalized yet. It's still possible. It looks like Patrick McHenry is trying to mediate something here. It is getting really heated on the floor of the House.
McCarthy looks angry. It's physical? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's follow the camera. I'm not sure if this just got physical. Kevin McCarthy looks pretty upset.
Stay civil.
I hear someone saying, stay civil. Yeah, wow. Rick, as we're trying to figure out what just happened, McCarthy taking his seat. Obviously, I can't read lips from here either, but body language is pretty easy. And Representative Gaetz was just, in no uncertain terms, telling Kevin McCarthy something that McCarthy did not like. It looked like there might have been a discussion. McCarthy turned away, started walking back to his seat, and then there was some sort of issue over there, and you heard someone say, stay civil. Let's bring Jay back in. Jay, what are you hearing and seeing?
Yeah, so Phil, okay, let me walk you through what happens. So the vote is over. Matt Gaetz votes present. All the votes are done. Kevin McCarthy makes a beeline up the aisle to Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert, who both voted present, and they can change their votes. And if they change their votes, that puts Kevin McCarthy over the goal line, most likely. So the conversation plays out. There's a member. It was in the corner of the frame. I couldn't make out who it was. It gets heated. Another member pulls one member back, puts his hand over his mouth. Again, I can't figure out who those two members are. We're looking for it, though. It's on the Republican side of the chamber, though. So there are two Republican members.
Wait, Jay, he put his hand over his mouth?
Yeah, I mean, I think he was trying to grab him. I don't know if that was just the hold he got or something like that, but that's what I saw play out. Certainly not what you see on the floor of the House of Representatives now.
Whew. So, if that had been one of us,
you don't even have to go there,
ladies. Okay, if that had been two black men, right? Okay, now
floor security, DC police, FBI, all the letters would have been right there to break it all up. And well, first of all, it wouldn't have even gotten that close. So let's back up a bit. Why are we in the vote to begin with? Let's back up a bit. What is he known for as a senator?
And nothing. I just
And he's been
You sympathize with communists?
okay. I was one of the ones. I need to see every vote because I enjoyed Hakeem Jeffries getting the unanimous house the whole time and watching. And every time they got to vote number 5, I was like, "Oh, how many he gonna lose by now? What they gonna do?" And this man, this man just, I mean, he was like, "No, y'all gonna let me, right? Y'all gonna."
But Jimmy Brooks Roberts says, "Are y'all surprised by these clowns?
Not a bit.
They haven't done anything in the last 20 years.
Not one
They
bit.
cannot govern even when they have the majority."
But before we even get to governing, right? But before we even get to governing, it continues to be what we have seen. We saw it in January 6th at the Capitol, right? That we see white men scaling the walls like monkeys, right? We see it here. It is. They inside the chamber, right? They fighting like bamboos, in here. But yet,
building a hangman.
Yeah. Oh gracious. But what would have been said if that had been black folk?
Tina, Reverend Wallace said, "Yeah, we would have been walked out of the door." No, it wouldn't have even gotten to that point.
We would have been walked out with shackles, with them ties behind our backs.
No, it wouldn't have even gotten that far. The very moment that they would have gotten close, it would have been stopped. But they may have allowed it to see some folk act a fool, It just doesn't make sense to me that I will say this, McCarthy was very persistent. He didn't give up. But my goodness.
Well, we're gonna see what can he do with 4 or 5 people holding everything hostage. What can he do?
Well, it doesn't even have to be 4 or 5 now, because one of the concessions he agreed to was that one person can stand up and say and ask for the chair to be vacated, and the vote can happen for the chair to be vacated.
Yes.
And so it's really going to be quite interesting to see everything that will not get done in these next 2 years with that.
That's
but
right.
I just find it amazing. I think it was only CNN that might have called it a fight or a riot or something. But these are times I survey all the news channels, right? How do you describe the attack that just happened?
Yes.
On the floor of the House. Right, because if that had been Representative Jim Clyburn, right? If that had been, I can't think of her name, the representative
Jackson from Houston.
Texas. Yeah, right. If that had been any black individual, male or female, it would have been called a riot. It would have been called an uprising. All of these names would have been given to it, and yet in the midst of that, from what occurred, the bullying.
But they were upset, Doc, when Maxine Waters said, "I reclaim my time." They about had a hissy fit. I'm talking about a hissy fit because she says, "I reclaim my time."
How long did that run? A month?
Oh my God. Yeah. Weeks.
Oh my goodness.
Weeks.
Yeah. It didn't make sense. And for him to continue, Sherry says that he had an ulterior motive, and still does, and it's still going. And what did he promise those others to sway the votes? There were some promises made. Come on.
Yeah. And crazy people are going to be the chair of committees.
Yeah.
Crazy people.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the sad.
Well, and we lost the House. Folks, y'all, it's just, if we don't understand, let's go ahead. Let's get to some lighter news.
Too, though.
A lot of it does. And y'all got Marjorie Taylor Greene and in there
She
from
can
that's she
run
from your
forever
state.
and a day, the way they have
Right.
divided Georgia.
Right. She's
And
from
she
your
will
state,
win
and then you
every
got
time.
Dex. well, I hope not, Wiley.
Let's turn. Can we turn?
Yeah, let's talk about some lighter stuff for a moment. Okay, we're gonna turn the corner, but then we're gonna get some lighter stuff. But first, let's talk about the Oscar nominations. Those of you who saw the Oscar nomination, you all, we just want to get you all in the groove of being back with us, because we have some wonderful guests that are going to be with us in the course of this year. But we want to get you all the Oscar nominations, right? And I absolutely love Woman King. I finally got to see Teal, and I actually thought that at least Viola Davis was going to be considered.
Something.
Well, guys, I showed the movie to my students today.
Woman King?
The Woman King.
What did you?
I had to. That's a keeper. I had to buy that. You understand? But my students, many of them felt indignant. Some of the Black folks say they were enraged by some of the things that happened, remembering what has happened to us as a people. They were bothered, some of them, by it. And one person of a lighter hue said that they were pleased, and the reason they were pleased is that he hated the slave trade. Now that didn't compute quite right with me, but that's what he said. He thought that that somebody fought them. They were really happy about that. So they were pleased.
So the ones that were enraged and indignant. I'm sorry, Dr. Bradford.
No, that's fine. We're on the same page. Go ahead.
Yeah, the African Americans were felt some rage by just remembering what has happened to our people, being sold by our people. So that caused them to be enraged. But I have to say, they also had some very positive things to say, and were thankful that while it was a lot of fiction and entertainment, it had some reality to it.
It's based on a true story, though.
Yes, but they had to put in some entertainment, to make it sell. But I'm disappointed that it did not make the Oscar cut. Viola Davis should have 3 Oscars by now.
Yeah, first of all, she was a lead actress, right? And the others that
executive producer.
Yes. And the others that won were supporting. And can they afford another Black woman at the lead actress level to win? Make that make sense. I was told, Tina Wallace is saying, I was told by our folk, that they are tired of slave-like movies and such. Makes me mad to hear that. This is real history that we must deal with daily in conversation.
Which is why they don't want the truth to be told, and
right.
and they don't want our history to be taught in school, especially in my home state of Florida.
What did they say? Involuntary work or something like that.
Or that if we make somebody feel bad. Now those of you in mental health, you can't or any pastoral care, you can't make anybody feel any kind of way. They have to decide that's the way they want to feel. It's frustrating to me that DeSantis would think that because the truth is being told, we are making people feel some kind of way.
So Reverend Wallace is saying, but it's the Black folk who are mad and are tired of this type of movie. But yeah, I hear that a lot too, Reverend Wallace. And if we don't keep it to the forefront of our mind, keep it at the forefront of our mind, we will forget.
And we will repeat.
And we will repeat the same old behavior or allow it to be done. Our kids don't even know slavery. What is that?
Oh.
That's an issue.
So any of you in our viewing audience, did you all see Woman King? There, because I know that one point Black Twitter kind of ran it against Woman King for a moment. Did any of you all see Woman King? I mean, I know that when I left the movie theater, I was speechless probably for the next hour or so after watching the movie. And there aren't many movies that leave me without words. But I remember kind of leaving that movie going, yeah, it was like, wow. I did not expect it to be so impactful as it was.
I was proud.
Yeah,
I was
a Black woman,
extremely proud. And I think Viola Davis did a marvelous, outstanding job as a lead actress in that. She was the time that she even put in to prepare for that role was I thought it was magnificent. I really did. And yeah, I know that there was some violence, but you know what? It felt good. It felt good.
I felt vindicated
for the rapist to get killed.
I felt vindicated.
It felt good.
Yeah. And you said there was some violence, but I don't really know how we can even talk about slave trade and look at it in historical context of it, and violence not be in it,
right?
Because the slave trade in and of itself was violent, and so to attempt to pacify persons or to help them feel better, that I just don't. That just doesn't. That part doesn't compute for me. I had not expected the twist and the turns, the plots, the subplots that were in it. I just thought it was masterfully done.
And the ending, the ritual at the end was very powerful.
Yeah.
So,
but
I did.
She wasn't on the list. Color Purple wasn't on the list, and so the Woman King didn't either. So yeah. All my life I've been fighting. He told Harpo to beat me. I kill him dead. But yeah.
No, it's all my life I had to fight.
Dr. Bradford's going, oh, what happened? Wait a minute. What happened? Where my sisters go? Where my sisters?
Wait, is there cameras in here? Am I being punked? What?
Okay. I think, Dr. Go ahead.
I think that seeing women who are strong, despite what they've gone through in life, they press through the pressure to excel in life. And that's one of the things that movie portrayed, and I enjoyed that. When Black women, I'm just gonna leave it right there, drop it right there, and you fill in the blanks.
Yeah, it was powerful. I know we're gonna turn to some other things. I want to throw this in. I was reading it somewhere and I didn't know about it, and apparently it must have come out right before the pandemic. But I watched it on Apple TV Plus on last evening. And if you've not seen The Banker, I mean, it's based on a true story. It is an excellent movie, and it deals with those of you in Texas. It really stems out of Texas.
Little town called Marlin, Texas.
Yeah, it's powerful. The Banker. Samuel Jackson is one of the stars in it.
Yeah.
But it is an excellent movie. But my favorite comedy series, oh my goodness, Bradford, you were talking about it. We were talking about it backstage. You want to go ahead as we make this turn?
This slight transition. So, put in the chat if you know what Abbott Elementary is. Abbott Elementary. Do you know what Abbott Elementary is? It is.
Somebody said so before you could get it all out. I watched it last weekend.
Oh no, they're talking about something else, I'm sure. I enjoyed this comedy. It's about an elementary school of teachers. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Coming together, trying to work it out, but it is a funny they're creating a documentary, and they're talking to the camera, and this principal is hilarious. She's always trying to get over. I mean, it's yes, it is. But let me just say this. Someone of a lighter hue tried to say that it was their idea. But we do know that it is based on the creator's life. So I thought, this is not the only thing that has happened. It also happened in Living Single. Y'all remember that? Living Single? Mm-hmm. They created this well-written product to be stolen by a lighter hue.
Because was it Friends that came behind that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Come on now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love this show. Go ahead.
Yeah, I absolutely love Abbott Elementary. My God-given mom retired from teaching elementary school, and one of the things I remember, and this is a long while back when she was working, and I remember helping her. She taught first graders. This span, she was primarily doing the second graders, first graders. And so I go in to help her, assist her in the classroom one day, and there's this little girl. Mom had told her to go sit down, and when I turned back around, like the little, the desk, you have the lift up where you put the little things in the chair. The little girl was laid across the desk, and her chair was pushed up against the desk with her head, blonde hair hanging backwards, almost hitting the floor, right? And I looked at her and I realized that that's two things happened for me. One, I realized that I was not called to be an early elementary child preacher. Okay, because I was like, that one said, you heard my mama tell you to go sit in that chair. She was, just all sprawled out over the chair. And then I looked at my mom, who was just as patient, and she went out. She says, "No, baby, now you get up off the." And I was like, "No, baby, no, baby."
That ass somewhere.
So the Abbott Elementary is, and I just said, it for me, it is so real to what I've seen so many elementary school teachers to do. Well, it is. If you've not seen it, it is absolutely. I mean, it's well written, and why can't I think of her name right now? Barbara, she received the Emmy for Best Supporting Actress. Yeah, it's a really, really great show. So if you've not seen Abbott Elementary, put it in your Hulu. It comes on Wednesday nights. Yeah, but
Shirley Ralph is Barbara. Quinta Brunson is the creator, and she plays Janine. Yeah. Tyler Williams plays Gregory, and the principal, Janelle, she plays Ava. Ava is a doggone trip.
What is it? Everybody Loves Raymond. What was it?
Tyler. His name is the show is Gregory, but his name is Tyler James Williams. Yeah. Oh, Shirley Ralph. Yes, or yeah. Well, you know, you brought her up, so I just thought, you know, I kind of make that connection. You know, I think it's wonderful.
Virginia Lee Roberts, I have to ask you: Are you a school teacher?
She was. She was. She's a retired elementary.
She's exclamation point.
True to life.
Definitely true to life.
So, any other shows, and then we're going to give you all some of the books that we have been reading, and some of our guests who are authors. We're going to encourage you to kind of get some of those books as well. But what books have you been reading, Dr. Wallace or Dr. Bradford?
Whew, Lord have mercy. You know, I am loving Dr. Parker, Angela Parker, and her latest book, If God Can't Breathe. That book, right? I have listened to it and I've got it on Kindle, but I've listened to it 5 times. She is an excellent author, one of the best definitions of womanist theology that I've ever heard. She is a New Testament scholar right here in the Atlanta area at McAfee and not the ITC, but that's okay. She's still, as they say, dynamite. Another book I've been looking at is Boundaries. Set Boundaries, Find Peace. And it's by Nidra Glover Tawwab. You might enjoy that. I tell you. What else have I been reading? I don't know if we talked about this at all, but one of the best books that I have used with my students is What Happened to You? Oprah Winfrey and Bruce Perry. They do an awesome job of stop talking about what's wrong with you and start talking about what happened to you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oprah Lee and who? Bruce?
Oprah Winfrey and Bruce Perry. He's a child psychologist. Let's see what else I'm reading.
And so while she's waiting, I want to throw in Songs for Black Lives, reflections for the working liberation.
You hit me right in.
Oh, okay.
No, we're good. I'm glad. Like Gabby Kajal Wilkes and Andrew Wilkes. Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Now, Burns, when I get something good, I send it to you.
Yeah.
I need you to send that to me, okay?
Okay.
We talked about that one already. She's actually going to be our guest in April. Yeah. Dancing in the Dark.
And let me see.
By Otis Moss III.
Yes, good one too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been
Let's see. Let me put that in. Dancing in the Dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Moss
III.
Yeah.
Just saw him at the Ebenezer here in Atlanta.
Yeah. In my grandmother's house. Yolanda Pierce. Yeah, she talks about, Black women, the stories that we inherit. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Sounds good.
And one of our guests that we're going to have on, Dr. Russo, revisiting Rahab.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Revisiting
powerful.
Rahab.
Yes.
And so will be one
And
of our
she's an
guests.
ITC grad, my sisters.
She is highly
Um,
intelligent, and she pushes you to learn.
Yes,
for
she
sure.
does. I'm in one of her classes right now.
Wow. Yeah, she's somebody.
Woman
And
in
then I want
interpretation.
And then I want to add this one, and this isn't religious, and if you're super spiritual and cannot handle foul language, then don't get it. But this book right here by Viola Davis,
Yes,
oh my
ma'am.
God, Finding Me.
Woo.
This book is powerful.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
this is this is wonderful. So we invite you all. Yeah, that book. Yeah.
Burns. I've read it twice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good.
And
the Audible, yeah.
It takes you through her life story from beginning to end. And it allows you to see what she is going through, what she's gone through. I mean, oh my goodness.
It's got 5 stars on Audible. 5 stars.
Yes.
Not 4.5, 5.
Oh, were you there, Virginia?
Wonderful.
Were you there?
Okay.
Linton Reflections.
Linton Reflections. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I'm not familiar with that. We'll look for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I got to add.
And then I want to add another book that I have been going through from one of our previous guests, The Gathering, Womanish Church, by Lynn Sessions.
Yeah.
Irie Session. So let me see if my camera focus.
That's a
on
good
this
one.
But this is what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
From a woman. If anybody else has some good books, put them in the chat. Let us share them with
it's
us.
By Luke Powerwe. I can't Powerwe. Let's see.
Were you there?
Yeah. She has it in there, but I'm going to find it. I like that. Thank you, Virginia.
I love the spirituals.
Yeah, still got great.
Those of you who are part of the broadcast, any other books you all suggest? We all right.
The Silent
Twin.
It's always a good movie based on a true story. It's a movie, Karen. Copy them from here. They're all there already. Okay. Oh wow. All right.
All right. Not familiar with that
where
movie.
Can we see that? Is it on Hulu or Netflix? Where is it?
Okay, Renee. She said yes. So yes is to Hulu.
Yeah, I don't know.
Prime Video. Don't just say yes to us, Karen. Tell us where. Hulu, Prime,
Netflix.
Okay. Wow. So
have you watched or read The Light We Carry yet?
Okay. You're telling us you're telling us everything about where we can see it, Karen.
It's on Peacock. Peacock.
Okay. Okay, Dr. Powery. Okay, the Luke Powery book is what is it saying here? Is the
were you there?
Wow.
That's where you there.
Okay. Duke Chapel, really?
Oh wow.
Okay. I'm ordering that now. I'm
Wait
not
a minute,
waiting.
I just thought about this. Wait a minute, why are we doing this before we close? I just
on the show.
Okay, but I just thought about this. Have we been on the show since I've been to England?
No.
Oh my goodness! No. I should have done a whole slideshow with you all on tonight.
Come on here.
And so let me go ahead and throw this in. Is that I have also now been given the opportunity to because you know that King Charles will be coronated in May, and I will be in England during the coronation. Oh my God! I'm so sad. Okay.
Say yes. Say yes. Doors will open.
Okay. So yeah. So I get to go back to England. Oh my goodness. So yes. Don't do it. It's cold enough in DC already. All right. The rain is coming tomorrow. We don't need an ice water.
Well, the rain is here already, all day.
Mm-hmm.
All day.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. So we look at any other good books or movies.
This is good.
Thank you, audience.
Yeah.
I'm trying to write them all down.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
I like that.
Okay.
Thank you, Virginia, for that one. I got that one. Thank you.
Well, we thank our guests for being with us and kicking off our new time with us, our new show. We are excited to be back. Dr. Wallace, tell us about our guests that we will have with you with us on next week.
We will have none other than a person who is a social worker talking about holy and healthy. And that is none other than Margaret Conley. She was also one of the therapists at the Capitol following January 6th to help our people just to kind of get them back into some normalcy. She is an awesome therapist, awesome. She uses internal family systems, and she's going to talk to us about how to be healthy and holy.
Oh, ooh, healthy.
I'm ready.
Oh.
Yeah.
Women from the Red Light District who were in God's plan of salvation by Eleanor Miller.
Ooh.
That ought to be a page
Red
turner.
Light District. Oh.
Welcome back.
Red Light District.
Well, welcome back, y'all. This is hilarious. I'm looking for this.
Eleanor.
Okay.
You hear our pause because we're all writing this
Writing.
Yes, and we're ordering books.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep your mind stimulated.
Yeah. And
hear other voices than your own.
Correct. And I want y'all to notice this as I am looking into a program for myself that Dr. Wallace, we talked about Dr. Rousseau, Kimberly Rousseau. She says, oh, yes, I was taking her classes, right? And so, and I want, there's some people who have this about education or think that, okay, once you have education, I don't need any more. But the thing of it is that the more you learn, the more you realize you don't know.
Right.
And that it becomes our responsibility to keep our minds refreshed and to keep studying, to keep reading, so that we can find out even more of how much we don't know.
Yeah,
so continue to study. We want to go ahead, Dr. Bradford.
No, go ahead. Let me interrupt you, love.
Yeah.
I'm learning that not only Harvard, but Union is really doing some excellent work around womanist theology, womanist biblical interpretation, womanist mental health. They've got a whole list of classes, and they're, for a nominal fee. It's a professor like Reverend Dr. Rousseau teaching womanist biblical interpretation from an Old Testament perspective, or Hebrew Bible, excuse me. Hebrew Bible should kill me if I said Old Testament.
Right.
Hebrew Bible.
Right.
I'm dating myself of when I went to seminary, right? But yes, awesome class. And it's only like 4 weeks long. So you can get in and get out, get you a good dose of education. And in a few weeks. Which one is that?
That's where you there. I was trying to.
Oh, where
you found
okay,
it. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's on Kindle as well. On Audible. I guess I need to know Audibles for me. All right.
Yeah, me too. I like Audible as well.
I like Audible and hard books. All right. Okay. All right. So we have a few more minutes, and let's see. We have another book suggestion came in. Let's see.
Bible Sisters, Jennifer
Brooks explores women perspectives in the Bible. These Bible passages reflection. Oh, okay. You know, I'm working on another certification. Pray for you, sister.
We all are.
Amongst all of the other things that are that's going on. But keeps my mind it keeps our mind stimulated. Yeah. Amen.
Amen. All right. Well, we love you all. We thank you all for being with us in coming back in 2023. We are excited to be here. We are excited about our guest lineup for this season. We know that you all are going to be just so blessed by it. And so remember, locking in your time period for whatever time zone you're in for 6:30 Eastern time, 5:30 Central time, every Tuesday that we will be here with the exception of Valentine's Day. And so just know that we are excited to be back with you. And so lock us in until next time. Have a wonderful week.
5:30 Central time. See you soon.